Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Dirty Doug here. Early in the morning, just before work. Doing another video just before work. Welcome back. Dirty Doug here, doing Dirty Doug things down in places unknown. The cool rides. This is the shop with the cool rides. We're gonna make some cool rides down here, guys. So, let's be crawling in. See what's going on in here today. Got the vehicle here running. She owns a nice Jeep. It's a really nice looking Jeep. I really like her Jeep. Wish I had a nice Jeep too sometimes, but I don't. So, yesterday, I'm trying to wear my arms out to the point where they fall off my body here, sanding. And that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm not even done yet. Not close. So, I'll show you. Like I said, I had that one flat sanded. I flat sanded this one out. I did this fender. I had a spot there. I had a spot there that was a little dent that I didn't see. So I flat sanded. I sanded, scratched up around this window, and I did this fender. This morning, I'm going to do this bottom piece and this hood. I did this fender. This one had a bunch of runs and drips on it from the gun mishap. No high dollar guns here. Used just basic cheap guns. We had a little bit of drippage going on. Work compadre who had a little bit of drippage, which I showed you. I took a razor. You take a razor blade and scratch those things down. And put a piece of tape over the edges, the sharp edges on your razor blade, so it don't scratch in deep and scratch those damn runs out. Then hit them with sandpaper, and there's what comes out. Like there's a big one there. It'll come out just fine. Have not, fear not on that, people, right? Yeah, compadre Ferris, he goes, that's just me teasing him. He doesn't come in here with bite marks and hickeys and shit. he might smell like a bucket of chicken, but he doesn't all beat to hell. He comes in happy as could be, ready to go. Just delight to work with most of the time, right? Unless he's hungry or he's got bad gas or something. So continue. Oh, I got to retape a bunch of stuff here. I see I retape. These side panels, as you can see, it's got a black mist all over it. See, I put a bit of a guide coat on it for myself because it's a bit dark over here in the corner. We need more lighting. We do need more lighting here. We have one right there. We're going to stick up on the wall. I mean, I'd actually like to have it right here along where I'm working. I can see my bird's eye view of the 4.5 feet tall that I am. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to flat sand and keep flat sanding out and fix any spots that need to be fixed. And hopefully by the end of the day, I'll be ready to throw some more primer into a gun and get some primer on the spots around on that thing. So then work compadre here yesterday, he got his sill all done as I showed you. He did a fine job as usual. He's starting to get everything cleaned up. Cab corners have not showed up yet. So this piece of the floor, there was this square right here. Now there's a piece of frame. You see these spot welds. There's the piece of the body mounts underneath this. So it was starting to rust and it was starting to lift, and there's a bubble here. So the bubble was cut out and that piece was made. There's a plate underneath there. So that piece of body mount frame was all cleaned up. That piece of mount frame was made and put back on. Then this piece was made and put on there, and it was just a simple square. So me and him worked at it. We had to get under there. We had to lift the front of the cab up. We had to get under there. We welded a lug nut on the end of the old frame body mount bolt, and we turned that out and got that out. We had to work together on that because this is kind of just an awkward thing to work with at the time. It's just a floating cab, right? So that's what old work compadre's been doing. He was making a lot of noise yesterday. It was pissing me off. I couldn't hear the radio. And all I could hear was him over here. He's screaming demon he was, right? And I didn't bug him or nothing. You can't imagine. I didn't bug him or nothing, did I? So that's just me doing what I'm doing in the morning, right? I mean, that's about all I can do for being able to show you what I can do. I did catch Corey on camera for a second yesterday. We got a bunch of guys in here that don't want to be on camera. I don't blame them, right? So, yeah, I've actually lost more subscribers this week than I've gained in views and stuff. I'm just losing them like crazy. I don't know. Maybe I need to cut windshields with a mini grinder. Let me explain to you why you shouldn't cut a freaking windshield with a mini grinder. A windshield is two pieces of glass, and in the middle they're laminated, right? And that's so they don't shatter or nothing can come through at you when it hits your windshield, right? So it's an inspection law around here that if your windshield in your car, if you can see that the piece in between the two pieces of glass, if that's starting to delaminate, then that windshield is compromised and it needs to be replaced in your car, and that's like an inspection law around here. So if your windshield is starting, you see a little white in between the two pieces of glass on your windshield on your car around here, your window is starting to delaminate and it needs to be changed because it's compromised, and it could break easily if something else hits it. You cannot cut that stuff with a mini grinder. It's kind of funny to think that you do. And another thing is like, me nor Nate are dating or seeing little Miss Co. Used to be co-worker down there. We don't. That's no interest to either one of ours. Um, this is the way I kind of look at a lot of them around here. They're either an investment or an expense, and I've never found one that's an investment yet. So they're all an expense. It's probably one of the reasons why I don't have one. Anyways, I'm a better parent as a single parent too, as far as I'm concerned. It's easier for me. There's no fighting, no crossing of anything there. So, and I don't have a girlfriend. Nathan don't have a girlfriend. Like we don't really want any, I don't think. And we don't have the time for that stuff. And like I said, it ends up being an expense instead of an investment. And we'd rather invest in someone than have them being an expense. You know what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So that being that, I know I talk about doing a bunch of jobs, getting side jobs, stuff like that. You know what? I don't think I'm going to do any side jobs. I really don't want to. I'm working my guts out, and working myself to death doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't get me much further ahead other than time away from my son and myself exhaustedly tired. And just standing down here this week like this, my arms are like jelly. And it's starting to be no fun. So I'm not going to take on a whole bunch of side jobs anymore and stuff. I'm just going to pick away at home like I do sometimes every once in a while. And that's about all I'm going to do. I'm going to pick away at home. And I've been offered to work down here as much as I want every day. So I'm going to do that, I guess. And that's about all I'm going to do. Oh, there's work, compadre. I'm talking to the camera. You want to say hi, bud? Say hi. He's such a delightful guy to work with, everybody. He makes my days more enjoyable here. So I'm going to start my day now. So Dirty Doug, over and out. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Dirty Doug here, rocking away another dirty, dusty old work day. I'm plugging away. I got the standing on this side. Found me low spots. Found a couple low spots right there. I still got to do this door. So we painted epoxy on the bottom of it. Just get that done. It's got the drain holes are there. Someone's wondering, the drain holes are right there. You can see the drain holes. We got to drill them in the other side where we made the piece. We're gonna have an issue with this door that I brought to their attention. There's going to be an issue with this door. Look at that. See that chip right there? That's some chip from being so close. We're going to probably cut this door seam and make the seam different before we put paint on it, because paint will never go. You'll never be able to put paint and clear coat on that. Now, I actually seen pictures of the seats today. Now, all I'm going to say is, wow. Wow, the seats look amazing. I can't wait to show you that. So, we're compadre. He got throwing some epoxy down on all this metal here. He got finished doing his welding and everything in here. He threw a bunch of epoxy down. Shebang. Threw a bunch of that down on his bare metal. And up here. And I've been flat sanding on this hood. which I'm going to extend this out. I'm going to show you how I freaking do this. I'm going to show you how I freaking do this. You see right here, I'm going to zip down. You see right here, you got these little bubbles right there. Right there. Take this old razor blade, piece of tape across each side of it, right? Yeah, you hear it right. Old Dirty Doug just scraping away on that. That flattens those out. That flattens those out. And that is how you get rid of those marks like that. That's how I do it. That's how I find it effective. Now, you've seen them there. You flatten the damn things out with your razor blade. Like you say, I'm coming right on to her. Going in a couple directions. Yeah, that sounds terrible, as it should. I'm scraping it with a razor blade, right? Yeah. You see the paint coming off it? Oh. For some reason I lost you there. So I'm going to just pick back up and make this video, do my chop up on the video. For some reason I lost it there. But yeah. Anyways, we are back at it again. We'll scrape all those down like that. Now, it's a curve. On the curvature here, I'll sand it. Look, see more? When you sand like that, all of a sudden these things will pop up. That's how you make them visible with your sandpaper. You come along, do more scrape, right? Scrape. Like that. Like so. See? Go a little more down there. Scrape. This is me working on my noon, guys. Good guy to work for you because I'll do it on my damn noon, right? On my own time. So yeah, there we go. Bang, just like that. So usually when I flat sand on all these curvatures like this, I'll go X. I'll go X on these curves like so. And this is a piece of 220 on a block, on a Dura block. I'll go X back, forth, up and down, like this, like so. X to the X. Bearing right on her. X to the X. On that. Now, where that had the runs and stuff on it, look now, all gone. Just like that. It was that quick. It was that quick and that fast. Now, I like to do the X pattern. I know a lot of people, this isn't set in stone. You can do this any way you want, you feel comfortable where you want. But on a curvature like this, I do an X on the curve. On a flat right here, I do a circle. Just like a feather edge. Now, have you ever seen a sander that does X's? Neither have I. So I like to do circles. And a circle pattern, which gets it flat and covers the area. And once again, I'm using a Dura block with 220 on it. And you want to keep your work, dust cleaned off your work. You want to keep the dust cleaned off your block. And do your circles. You see how that comes out flat? So this is a great primer. There's a little bit of a low spot right there. So we'll just keep sanding the primer because it's on there really thick. Now the primer is gray, so it's a darker gray where it's low, and where you're sanding will be a lighter gray. Circles. That's how I like to do it. I'm saying that's how you need to do it. That's how I like to do it. So, that being that, my noon hour's over. I gotta get back to work. Even though I just worked on my noon hour. So, this is Dirty Doug. I'm coming at you with another video. Dirty Doug, over and out.